Hello everyone, it's Dio from FirmButFair Gaming, bringing you a World of Warcraft video today. This is the first one that we will be bringing you. We will be bringing you many more in the coming weeks and months, but this is the very first one that we're doing. It is why I personally have not been producing a lot of Diablo 3 videos lately. I had to level a character in World of Warcraft and get it up to 60, and we've been doing heroics and some mythic pluses and just getting geared up and also recording content like this one. So today is going to be a quick walkthrough of Mythic 0 Plaguefall. We'll be doing all dungeons on Mythic 0 as well as progressing them up as we go, 2 through however far we can go with the hope of being competent enough to do 10 pluses, 15, and hopefully 20. I know I want to get up there. Whether or not we're actually skilled enough, we will find out. So this is a Mythic 0, as I was saying. So on this, as if you're unfamiliar with how the Mythic pluses work, a Mythic 0 is basically the step up from just a heroic version of the dungeon. There is nothing trickier about it other than more damage, and mobs have more health, and so you just need to be a little bit higher, either skilled or you need higher items. So as soon as you get into Mythic 2 and higher, you actually have a timer that would be located on the right side over here, and as well as a percent progression towards the actual instance. So you have to kill 100%, and it's based off trash, and you have to get the 100% as well as kill all the bosses in order to get your rewards. So in a Mythic 0, you don't have the timed rewards, so you can skip trash if you want, and otherwise you would have to kill everything as well as the 4 bosses. So because this is 0, you don't have to kill everything. So this is actually the first area you get to skip, because normally you would have to go to the right side or the left side and pull all this trash, but because it's a 0, we can just go through here like this. We did pull 1 extra mob, but you can actually, if you time it right, you don't have to kill anything. You can just walk right through up into this room. In fact, the big guy that we killed at the start there, you can even skip him and just walk straight into the room. So then when you get here, your tank could just go and pull all these, and you just want to DPS them down. So he grabs that one there. And so the only thing to look about from this mob here is he spews out a bunch of poison. So the healer just has to be, there it goes there. So the healer has to be ready for that. Just don't stand in it. And then you just DPS all this down, group them all up, AoE down, pretty nice and simple. You're going to do this on this mob as well as there's going to be 2 pulls, do it there. Don't stand in all that. That was just probably bad positioning. He was facing inwards. You should try to hold him steady and spit all in one spot because we're getting a lot of it all over. But you just heal through it, DPS it down, AoE. Now we got 2 of them, and that's pretty much all there is to it. I'm just going to fast forward a little bit, get to the mob. Oh, too far. Okay, so then this boss here is pretty straightforward. He summons an ad that you can DPS or you got to get down. He'll spit in a certain direction, put a debuff on players, but basically just a tank and spank, as I would say. So you just pop heroism or bloodlust because you can use it twice if the instance is going to take long enough. So you use it early in order to try to use it twice. So then you just pop it, DPS him down. Don't stand in stuff. Don't stand in front of him when he spits. Like that, just stay out of the way, DPS him down, and it's a pretty straightforward fight. He died fairly quick there. Don't forget to loot, like in a Mythic 0, the loot is actually on the boss. You loot every single boss. On a Mythic Plus, the loot is only at the end of the instance. And then you get so many pieces based on time. If you finish insanely fast and get the max, then you get like a +3 chest. So there's like 4 possible loot items. And then it tiers down to if you just complete it, not in time, but you just complete it, then you get one loot piece. So here is the next instance where you can skip trash. If it was a Mythic Plus, you would have to pull that and walk all the way along, but you can just move to the side here because it's a 0. Kill this guy here, and then we're just going to move along and go down into the river, and we're going to skip a bunch of trash. So we're going to run along the side here. There is a mob that pats here, so just quickly avoid it. Just make sure, jump in here, grab these few guys, You can either kill them here or you can pull them up a little bit further so that nobody accidentally tags that mob that you just skipped. You're just going to blast these guys down real quick. And then this next little island here, these two little islands, these bombs, you want to engage them. You can either blow them up. There is a tentacle that pops up. You got to kill it. But the bombs are just going to run back and forth. And once they get engaged, they're going to kind of just stand there and slowly start to blow up. Just make sure you're not standing beside them when they actually are going to blow up. They have the timer. So now we have one more tentacle to kill. So there, the one bomb with the cross was engaged. As you can see, it's filling up. As they're engaged, they kind of stand still or chase you a little bit. Just make sure that when it gets close to blowing up, like they're blowing up now, just don't stand beside it. So I'm just standing back there. There they go. Stand beside that. That is a lot of damage. It may not kill you on a Mythic 0, but it will kill you on some of the pluses the higher you get. And your healer generally will not enjoy the experience of having to heal you through unnecessary damage. So again, here, so this guy, he throws out some oozes, so try not to stand in it. A little bit painful for melee. Again, those bombs are blowing up, so just back up. They're going to blow up, and they do damage mobs that are around them, so you can use them for DPS. Like right there, we used it to kill that mob. So then this boss here, he jumps from platform to platform. So he was on the back left, so you just got to clear these platforms of the trash as he makes his way around. So you usually are able to kill this one really quickly without any issue from him showing up. But the next one you have to be careful. You generally pull them towards up the stairs or around behind, which you'll see here in just a little bit. So we're just going to kill this. So just, again, the trash, just don't stand on stuff. Don't stand in stuff. It has a couple curses or debuffs. The healer should just cleanse them. So now our tank has engaged this pack. So you can either pull it behind. Oh, of course, we aggroed the boss right here, which is fine. I think we're good. We actually might wipe here. But you should pull that up the stairs or around behind. One of our guys was a little bit lagged behind there, and that's why that happened. That shouldn't have been pulled. But okay, so this boss, how he works is you can just DPS him in the first phase, and then he'll jump across, and now he'll start summoning. Oh, this is going to be problematic. I forgot about this one. So that trash was still there. You should have been able to clear that pack in the back right, then come back here, kill this trash, and then deal with the boss. So here he's going to summon you can see there, a mob that's slowly starting to blow up. It needs to die. We actually don't get it here. Now that I remember this, we're actually going to die. This is why the trash should be cleared before you engage the boss. This is a prime example. So there's a lot of damage coming out, and he's about to blow up, and that is that. Okay, so let's just fast forward a little bit, because that should have happened. So now we're just going to clear. So now we pulled that trash back. We're just going to quickly blow it up. And now for a proper engagement. So there's the boss there. He jumps across. We're going to engage him. And the first phase is just you DPS on top of him. The second phase, he starts summoning an ad that needs to die. And he's going to bounce the tank around a little bit and spawn another purple ad, which I'll show in just a little bit here. So this is phase 1. We're just going to DPS. Pretty straightforward. Puts a debuff out. Just heal, DPS. And he hits about, okay, 60%. He jumps away. I accidentally brought up my character screen. So now he's going to summon a bomb ad. So there it is there. You have to kill this mob before it explodes. And then he has that purple mob down in the bottom left. So that mob needs to be kept away from the boss because it reduces the damage the boss takes. And he's just jumping around it right now. So you kind of kite him away from that. The mob eventually despawns. And you just got to blow him up. Oh, he didn't despawn. I'm sorry. He needs to be killed. He moved there. I thought he despawned, but he just got pulled over. So then you move over to this. And again, there's the bomb. And there's the purple mob. So you got to kill the bomb. Keep the purple guy away from the boss. Kill the purple guy. So this needs to die. Otherwise it's going to explode again. So it dies. Now you can kill the purple. So they're killing the purple mob, and then when the purple mob's dead, then you can kill the boss. And that's basically the fight for the rest of this. Got another couple oozes, just quickly DPS them down. And now you just kill the boss. So there's that. Again, because it's a 0, loot the boss. Mount up whenever you get out of combat. It just helps the group move quicker. Everybody will thank you. So here, because again it's a 0, you can actually move through here without engaging much of anything. You can move to the left to navigate around this little island. We do have to kill this tendril here. But otherwise, you can just move around on the left side and you can position yourself right in the middle and walk through there and not engage anything. Again, this is only because you don't need the progression. Which way did we decide to go? I think we decided to go right, but you can go to the left side. So they go this way. Now this tendril does get aggroed, and so does this one. So we have 2 tendrils up, but if you're moving correctly with the right positioning, you should only have to deal with this one tendril. If you go on the other side, you kill that first tendril, and then you're fine to move through it. So here my DPS aggroed the one back there, which is unfortunate. That didn't need to happen. So now I have to run through just to keep them topped up because I don't want them to die. Because it's not great for melee DPS to have to put up with that. So that is avoidable. You should, if you go left, you only have to kill that first tendril, and if you go right, you should only have to deal with that back tendril. So now here, you just need to kill all the trash that's around. So there's a couple different packs here. So you have to bring these spiders out that are in cloaked. So you bring them out of stealth just through damage. And then you just gotta DPS through these. There's a couple casts you need to interrupt. And then there's going to be some little spiders that appear and they're all going to jump on somebody. So you need to free this person from being rooted. And then there's a bunch of little spiders that are going to spawn right there. If you don't AoE them down quickly enough, they will just jump on somebody's head and almost kill them. And when you get up into the higher levels, that is definitely probable. You need to be on them ASAP. I've had the joys of being jumped on a couple times, and it's just instant death when they're all jump on you. So now there's just this extra tracks pack, so you just jump on this, and then you just got to blow it up. Again, you got to make sure the kicks are happening, and you need to interrupt that or stun it. I can't stun it because mine was on CD there. And then when the little spiders spawn, you got to all stack up and make sure the tank grabs them and that they don't jump on somebody. So there was a big explosion there, and that I actually thought he died during that actual run, but he was alive. He had next to no health. I just assumed he was dead. So then now the trash is gone. Get everybody topped up. So now this boss is you need to have a buddy system. You cannot stand by yourself because then you get targeted for and to potentially be webbed. So you don't want to be by yourself. Everybody should kind of be in melee range, or if you are in casting range, just make sure you have a buddy. You don't want to be out there by yourself because then you just get put in a web. And every so often, he's going to summon ads. He will stun somebody, you just move away from the group, and then you get stunned. The healer needs to top you up a little bit. And then out in where all these axes are coming from, there are mobs that are in stealth. You just got to go out and you got to tag them. Hit them, brings them out of stealth, and then the tank can taunt and bring them in. So we had our mage out there. He was tagging them, and then he was bringing them in. I keep getting picked on here and getting stunned, so that's why my health is incredibly low. And other than that, you only move out when you're picked for the stun. Other than that, you stay with your buddy to make sure you don't get picked and webbed. When you start seeing the axes come, go out there and tag them and bring them out of stealth and bring them into the boss. So that everybody can just AoE them down. And that's pretty much the fight to it. Now the next fight is Pretty straightforward as well. There's a couple damage phases. Otherwise, it's pretty simple. So there's just a little bit of trash that's around here. Pretty straightforward. So here, there's just AoE all this down, pull a room. The big zombie guys, don't let them punch you in the face because they hurt. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward till we get to the boss. I'm just gonna fast forward a little bit because it's pretty straightforward here. AoE. This is actually a fun fight. This is one of the first ones that I did when I started playing again. Excuse me. And kind of forget mechanics a little bit, or how get caught looking at something and forget how timely they can be. And I think I died in my very first pull in this one. So this boss goes through a couple phases. The first phase is just straight up DPS. It spawns this big zombie. You just gotta kill it immediately because it hits like a truck and it just needs to be killed ASAP. So you just split off to that, kill it. She summons it. I can't remember the frequency, but you just kind of kill it down. And then this. So as you can see, the tendrils are lighting up, and the ones that are lighting up are the ones that are going to flash out and deal insane damage. This is where I got caught watching the pretty lights and everything that was going on. If you get hit by it, it will kill you. So you just gotta watch, and you just rotate around the room and stay out of it. DPS down the ads that spawn, and then the second phase starts. And so you just DPS her again. Every 33% she jumps into that phase. And so then just don't stand in that pool that's around her. It does insane amounts of damage. Kill the ad that spawns, and then when it comes to it, the tentacle phases, just avoid the tentacles. They light up as they're going to shoot, so just don't be standing in front of them. In this phase, they start to pop up like this. So you just saw where the first one appears. So you can either do what our tank did and go to just beside it, and then you can just run around, or you do what everybody else did and kind of move around the outside ahead of all the tentacles as they spawn, and just stay in front of it because it goes around in a clockwise or counterclockwise position based on how they're spawning. And then you just keep in front of it and you shouldn't take damage. Then she'll come up again, and then you just DPS. She might spawn another ad. She might bring the tentacles up, but just kill the ad. Don't stand in front of tentacles. This is the bigger damage phase here. When she comes out, she dots everybody. It's a little bit bigger of a damage phase for the healers. So right there, I was wishing I still had my AoE heal, but we were fine because she was so low. But then that's it. That's all there is to it. She goes down. You collect your loot. Our druid died there. He was standing in the poison. So that's all there is to it. It's pretty straightforward. You can skip a few different trash packs. The bosses are pretty straightforward. Don't pull the boss while you're pulling trash. That's an easy way to wipe. Don't stand in stuff. Make sure you get your kicks in, and it's pretty straightforward. And now you've done your first Mythic 0. You can get a key, and then you can move on to, you'll get a key for an M2. And so this is the video on Plaguefall. If you have any questions or comment, let me know below, and have a great day.